The Galactic Council thought humanity was quiet. They mistook our silence for submission. They saw our small colonies, our slow diplomacy, our humble fleets, and they thought we were weak. What they never asked was what we were doing with all that silence. The answer came when the stars began to move, and they realized the new planets weren't planets at all. They were warships, and they were ours. The galaxy didn't fear humans. Not anymore. After the early skirmishes, after Earth's desperate scramble into space, we'd gone quiet. We signed the treaties. We kept to our sectors. We traded, smiled, obeyed. The last 300 years had been peaceful. The humans were just there, mild, cooperative, almost boring. Which is why, when the Council received a fragmented transmission from the frontier world of Drazel 9, no one took it seriously. Moon moved. Stars gone. Not a moon help. The signal cut off. The Council dismissed it as interference. Equipment failure. Another colony with too much imagination and not enough shielding. They didn't investigate. That was their first mistake. Their second mistake was ignoring the pattern. 3 more colonies vanished in the next week. Not destroyed. Not raided. Just gone. No debris. No escape pods. Only scorched orbit trails and silence. When the 6th colony vanished, Draxel Major, a core trade hub, the panic began. And then came the footage. A mining drone orbiting a gas giant caught the edge of it. A massive object, round like a moon but wrong. Metallic surface, artificial lines, and thrusters the size of cities, glowing with controlled fusion light. It wasn't a planet. It was moving, deliberately, silently, toward populated space. The footage lasted only 13 seconds, but it was enough. The Council called an emergency session. 12 races. One shared fear. What are we looking at? The answer came not from any diplomat, but from a human. Her name was Admiral Ryla Vance. Retired. Human Systems Navy. She'd been living off-grid for 20 years. But when the footage went public, she walked into the Council chamber uninvited, wearing an old Earthfleet coat and a calm smile. She didn't bow. She didn't ask permission. She just dropped a data chip on the table. "Those are ours," she said. "We call them the Titanborn." The room froze. A Zarthi delegate leaned forward, eyes blazing. "You're saying humans built that thing?" Vance nodded. "Not one. 12 of them. Fully functional." Laughter erupted. "You're lying. Humanity doesn't have that kind of power." She smiled. "You never asked what we were building in the dark." The truth came out fast. 3 centuries ago, when Earth signed the Concord Peace Accords, humanity knew it couldn't compete with the other species in technology, fleet size, or territory. So they decided to do what humans always do when outmatched. They planned, they hid, and they built something no one saw coming. Deep within uncharted space, inside systems cloaked with decoy starfields and quantum interference, humans constructed the Titanborn Initiative. Each Titanborn was the size of a small moon. Self-contained, self-sustaining, housing millions, powered by black hole reactors and protected by adaptive armor. Not just warships. Floating nations of war. Silent. Invisible. Waiting. But why? The Council demanded. "You've had peace for centuries." Admiral Vance's voice was quiet. "We built them because of the peace. Because we knew it wouldn't last. Because history says it never does." The room buzzed with panic. "Why reveal them now?" Vance's expression darkened. "Because something worse is coming, and we're going to need them." 3 hours later, the Council ship Radiant Spiral picked up a new signal. Unencrypted, broad spectrum, a voice speaking galactic common, but distorted, like a machine learning how to speak. "We see your light. We hunger for it. Prepare." Then the stars around Sector 19 began to die. Literally. One by one, stars collapsed. Not naturally. Not supernovae. Controlled implosions, energy siphoned, harvested, extinguished. No one knew who was behind it. No species claimed responsibility. Not even the ancient races had seen anything like it. The only thing clear was this. Something had entered the galaxy. Something not interested in diplomacy. Something consuming stars like fuel. The Council panicked. Fleet deployments failed. Entire sectors went dark. The invaders didn't speak. They didn't negotiate. They advanced. And every world in their path turned into silence. So the Council, desperate now, turned to humanity. "We need your ships. Your Titanborn." Vance didn't smile this time. She just nodded. "You'll have them." The awakening was fast. Coordinates were transmitted, beacons lit, and from the dark edges of uncharted space, the Titanborn began to move. One by one, they emerged from hidden orbit. 12 steel titans, each over 400 kilometers wide, bristling with weapons, with city-sized fusion cannons, with launch bays that held entire drone armies, with engines capable of folding space. The galaxy watched as the stars shifted, and they realized the planets moving across the charts weren't planets. They were Earth's last line of defense. The invaders reached Sector 14, but this time, someone was waiting. Titanborn 7, codenamed Goliath, folded into orbit without warning. Its arrival bent the local gravity grid. Its first shot cracked a comet in half. Its second obliterated an enemy fleet the size of Earth's moon. And then the others arrived. The battle wasn't clean. Titanborn 6 was heavily damaged. Titanborn 11 lost 3 sectors before stabilizing its core. But the invaders blinked. They retreated, for the first time, because something bigger had entered the field. Something human. 6 months later, the front lines were stable. The Titanborn patrol the edges of known space now, not as conquerors, but as guardians. The Council, still shaken, asked humanity one question. Why didn't you tell us? Vance answered from the bridge of Titanborn 1. Because we didn't build them for you. Then who, they asked. She looked out at the stars. For whatever was coming. Now, when the galaxy speaks of humanity, it doesn't use words like primitive or young. Now they say one word. Prepared. And they know, if Earth ever goes silent again, it's not because we're weak. It's because we're building something worse.